Hello and welcome to another stream here on Behance and on YouTube. It's so lovely to see y'all. Happy Wednesday. I know what day it is. My name's Children's Book Illustrator.
I mean, you've been doing it long enough.
I'm changing it legally. Do you know how much of a trouble it is, how annoying it is to change your name legally in the United States? It's a whole thing. I don't recommend
vicariously.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, get
seriously.
married, or at least
change
don't
your name.
take on.
You don't have to
another
change your
name
name when you get married. It's all good. But anyways, so hi, I'm Anna Daviscourt. I'm a children's book illustrator. This is Anthony Sims. He's my best friend. He also reads the chat and corrects me when he kind of embraced my new name. So never mind. He doesn't correct me ever. He just kind of says, all right.
You are correct.
You are correct.
You are the embodiment of correct and children's book illustrator.
Yeah, I mean, if I were called that, then everybody would know immediately more about me. And isn't that more useful than just a silly old name?
Yeah, because doesn't Anna mean grace? It's not very informative about who you are.
He says, gracious in spirit.
Oh.
Which is not body, because everybody who knows me, I ain't graceful. But yeah, this is an early stream today. We're here at 2 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. Usually we do 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time every Monday and Wednesday. But today we're all off on a tangent because the one who just started streaming, I just got a notification, Ryan Selvey, has a production meeting with us after this, and it's very exciting. So we are going to be adiosing at 4. So we've got 2 whole hours together still. It's great.
Adiosing at 4. It's kind of like sunsetting.
Adiosing. Goodbye.
Jake Green in the chat says, I'm late. I'm early and I'm late.
For a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. You're late and early and late. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's get into what we're working on, because I'm very excited. I've been trying to not draw on this too much, but I did a little work. So we've been working.
Does this seem like an in-between of the story you posted on Instagram seemed like it had a little bit more than what I'm seeing currently? Is that right? Were the colors different?
This one has more currently. This is the most updated version. So let's take a look. Let's go through it. So
no, on your Instagram story you had like colors on it.
Indeed, I will turn on the colors in a mo. But I wanted to go through the sketch. I've put a lot more life into our little witch who's like having a ball going huzzah and sprinkling candy over everyone. I also gave her these big fat braids and some horns. So I feel like everybody with horns in this picture might be related to our grand poobah here. And there's like a little crow next to her and everything. And then I looked up some palanquins on the Pinterest, and there are some dragon ones that I fell in love with. So
perfect. I like that the garlic bits on the bottom. Is that what those are?
Garlic, which I am halfway through. Garlic and the Vampire by Brie Paulson.
Are you really?
Yeah. Oh, it goes so fast. I want more already. I'm like, oh man, I'm already so fast. Is it a serialized thing? Well, there's Patrick the Vampire is her serialized comic that she did, and then Garlic and the Vampire is like similar, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't really read up on Patrick and the Vampire, so I need to go check that out after this, obviously.
Well, there you go. You said you wanted more, and
exactly.
There's more.
Thank you, Brie. You met my needs before you even knew them. I also added this crow guy up front. I am mixed on whether I want to show his arm or not, because he's like a nice strong shape otherwise. But then I also like the idea of him grasping the flagpole right here, so that we can see him like carrying it. But we'll just feel it out as we go.
I really like this flagpole, the top bit with the chat says, I love everything about this.
I'm so glad. I'm really having fun with this.
Love it.
We all love it because, the best pieces are the painless ones. I think we can all agree. Semi-painless. There's always a little pain, but that's fine. Then we've got our toot-to-do, and then our ghost amorphous tadpoles. I don't know. Our frog guy has a crown instead of a hat now. This is my executive decision. I worked on the saddle, which I also looked up at Pinterest reference for this, and we're going to add a lot of like patterning and intricacies on this, but the basic shapes I like. And then, let's see, we did dragon bits. I changed, there were 2 crows flying around. I changed them to bats, and then I changed it to 1 moth. So, there you go.
Transformation.
You know,
the mouse has different ears, if I remember correctly.
This is more of a bat mouse now.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of it.
More of a bat mouse.
Yeah, so we made him kind of vampire-ish with his jacket, and then I added like little teeth. But then there was a moment where I was looking at the little, if you can see, the little tiny thumb. You can't see where my cursor is. Here, I'll do it on the computer. Here. Check it out. I've got a cursor now. The power. So down here where you can see this little tiny thumbnail of the layers of the color, the outline of the pumpkin guy, okay, he looked in this little tiny piece like a bat to me because the flames that are coming off of his face. Here, I'll turn on the color to show you bigger. Oh, I can't do it on the computer.
Oh no.
Technology. Okay, anyway, so yeah, this little flame area that comes off of his head in the soft light layer that we had in this tiny little version, it looked like an ear with like subsurface scattering coming through it where it's like pinky. And so I was like, ooh, I love those bat ears when you can see like the lines in them. And that's where those ears came from. And then I didn't want to make him like a full-on vampire bat because their noses are so different. So I kind of kept him as like a
in between
pseudo something. He's a creature, a
spirit.
Yeah, exactly. He's a spirit.
Before we get too far into it, I guess I just want to ask you if you closed all your other programs on your iPad.
I have closed everything on my iPad. If you're looking for the last stream, it will be in a different place because we had to private things because I accidentally showed something that was sensitive, and so I had to not inappropriate, just not like sensitive. So I have privated it. I'm going to be editing that part out, and then I'll post it along with another stream that we had to take down because of the same kind of thing happening.
I doxed myself.
Whoops. So if we just edit those parts out, and then I was thinking of making a Behance project of just the re-uploaded YouTube videos, and they'll be called The Lost Streams. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
I would have done it yesterday,
but future-proofing it because we're gonna do it again.
Things happen.
Inevitably.
Sometimes unfortunate things. But I appreciate everybody yesterday who just like averted their eyes for a second because it was literally like a second. It's really annoying. But the thing is, you can't edit the streams on Behance. You can trim things on YouTube, but you can't like it would have ended right at that point, and that would have been awkward too. So I'm just going to edit it myself and re-upload, but then I can't re-upload into my live streams on Behance. So it's not going to live on this page. It's going to live in a Behance project. Anyways, I digress.
It was a good one, though, so worth checking out once the edit
stream.
Is complete.
It was real fun. And this piece is really so fun. Oh, I love it. Anyways.
Yeah, you'll want to check it out to see the full progression of this masterpiece. Monsterpiece?
Monsterpiece, I like that. Yeah, I was trying to think of something, and you are quick on it, boy. Okay, so the skeletons, I also gave this guy a sack of candy, and it's kind of like dropping out of the back as well as being thrown in the front. We've got candy coming out of his hands. What?
Candy camouflage.
Exactly the mood I want. And I keep on feeling like, oh, I could add things here. What if we want another creature? And I'm like, no, it's enough. Okay, calm down. You're good. So what I'm going to do from here is just start painting. Now, if anything stands out to you as like bad positioning or could be better, whatever, please shout it out now, because as we start painting, I think this will probably be a piece where I get chaotic and just start painting on top of everything and make it a mess. So if we need to move stuff, it would be easiest to do now.
Okay, let's zoom out a little bit and just look the composition together and talk about the way that you laid it out. If there's any, because I know you moved the giant pumpkin man to the back.
Indeed.
Specifically to help with the flow of the piece. It felt like maybe that front figure with him in the leading was drawing too much to one side of it.
Well,
so what are we looking for exactly to balance it?
Oh, this is a question for you. I've done all the balancing I can. But
I think it looks pretty balanced, but just curious in general.
I guess my only qualm is like with the witch and the pumpkin guy. I know I want a tall figure and I know I want a flying figure, but they feel similar heights as well as similar heights with the palanquin. So if I were to change that, I guess I would maybe raise the palanquin up and like I'd have to change the crop of the picture a little bit just to fit that. Just so that they don't hit at equal heights. I really like the idea of like a bell curve for the whole thing. But
do you
that being
maybe a square
said,
format would make that easier to accomplish, giving it more verticality?
Not necessarily square, but taller, sure.
Yeah.
But I'd probably just honestly shrink it down because this is already a massive piece. Let's look at the size of this. It's 19 by 13, 300 DPI.
Woohoo, that is pretty big.
It's a biggie.
How's Fresco handling it?
It's fine. I deleted other things from the file so that it wasn't such a slog, and I would want to keep the layers down just for safety's sake. But I told you before, when I was painting the things on the layers that I deleted, there are other things. I started getting this weird, what would you call it? It's not completely like a corruption of the file. It would take random squares of pixels and like either duplicate them in another place or move them. And then at one point it did that, and then I zoomed in and it fixed itself.
That's on this piece? I remember that happening to the mermaid a while back.
That was in Photoshop. So yeah, this is different. And that the only problem we've had with like things like that happening in Fresco were on the desktop version. So on the whole, I'd say the iPad version has been pretty solid for anything like that. But we are testing the limits. So to be safe, I've been duplicating this file every once in a while just to make sure that we have something to fall back on.
Nice. I'm going to jump into chat real quick.
Okay.
Tara's asking, may I ask if you have a tool timeline on?
There is not a tool timeline because I'm in Fresco. I don't have a way to turn that on for Behance to connect to, unfortunately. I think it might happen if I'm strictly from Fresco streaming, but then I couldn't have like our faces and the text and the whole layout and everything.
Gotcha.
But usually in Photoshop I turn on tool timeline so you guys can see when I'm selecting things and all that jazz. But
so we have Kendall joining in saying my meeting got pushed, so I'm here to chill for a few.
Heck
and
yeah.
Rynn says, you mentioned the crow's arm. Maybe adjust the arm forward a bit along the wrist and move the pole just a teensy bit with it. The vertical arm seems a little off, question mark.
Do you think it should be elbow out, or what do you think? Pose for me.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe elbow more forward than the wrist, so it looks like it's like in the crux of his arm or something. Jake Green says, I want a poster.
Okay.
It is poster dimensions, so maybe a Patreon reward.
How do I ship posters?
Make it a printable. Do it yourself.
Yeah, you guys got 11 by 17 printers. Go for it.
Maybe he's got a 3D printer.
That's exactly the same thing, in fact.
Jake Green suggests in a tube. Ship it in a tube.
Oh, golly. It's one of my deepest, fears to have to ship something new. It's so funny, but it's like buying all this stuff to make sure that it gets there safely. And then also, every time you buy things that are meant for shipping, you have to do a whole benefit cost analysis to be like, is this worth it? And usually it's not. So if I sold 500 of the posters, then it would be worth it. But if I, give them away for Patreon, or I sell them on the store or something and I sell 20, probably not going to make it even.
Yeah, that's true. Which is a good reminder to check out the links in the description, one of which is a link to Anna's Patreon. And if we get to 500 patrons, maybe we'll send out some posters.
Then I'll be sending you all TVs or something like that. I don't know. What do you think of the his arm is floating now. So we can choose. Do we want it out in front of him? Maybe even a second hand would come in and clasp it.
Ooh, that's fun.
But then we're getting into like skeleton territory, in which case I almost want to move the skeleton out even further, and then it would be like, again, changing the size and scope of the piece.
Yeah.
And
Which
then
is
there's
what we're
this.
doing, right? Talking about repositioning
I mean,
stuff?
we're talking about it. Who knows if we'll dedicate ourselves to that idea.
Who knows?
But Anthony, I need you to look at this for 5 seconds. So this
Sure.
or this?
I do like it closer to the body, but maybe it's just redrawing the way that the arm is, like maybe elbow further out past the wrist, where it's like holding the pole kind of like this, maybe over the shoulder type of thing. But
then it'd be pointing back, like it would go back like this.
yeah, that's true.
Would that be so bad? I can still move the witch and everything.
Would it be easier to do that and just have more of a trailing banner?
The banner isn't the problem. I'd say the witch is, just because, she's in the way right now. But I do feel like that's much more of a natural pose as opposed to like holding it forward. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah. While you think about that, I'm going to read a little bit more chat.
Do it.
Kendall says about the corruption thing you were talking about. I had that error too. I think there were too many layers and iPad could only hold so much info at a time. Dark Hour says, I also want a poster because Jake Green said it.
He said it and he started something. Jake, why you gotta be like that? Also, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, how are you? How's your poor little fingy? Rynn says, oh, or have the arm coming up from the other side. And Alex in the chat saying, hi everyone, I love this drawing.
Thank you. It's been a really fun one. I'm going to connect the banner like this. Oh, clarifies, please.
That he does not have a 3D printer, but there are 2 3D printers at his work. That's
basically like having them, right? You get to use
And Jake Green says, I will get it printed. Digital is good.
All right. This is Jake's piece now. It's a commission for him.
Is that what the banner's going to say? Just all the different iterations of his name.
Oh, no. I needed to put this on a separate layer. All right. Back.
Back.
Oh, I did it too far. That's okay.
Kendall says, I wonder how Fresco runs with the new M1 chip.
Ooh, I have no idea. Who was saying they just got an M1? Was that Parvizal in the Discord?
Maybe. I mean, I have one, but I don't know how to tell you if it's better than what was previous, because this is the first iPad I've ever had. I'll let Anna borrow it and see what she says.
Oh, okay. I'm down with that.
Any word on when animation comes to Fresco?
All I know is the rumor is Max. They'll announce it, but I don't know any official dates.
Yeah, because on your Instagram story, you found the perfect little skeleton dancing GIF.
True.
That would be so fun to see this animated. It has reminds me of Spirited Away a lot, like when they're crossing the bridge and entering into the bathhouse.
That is the highest compliment. Thank you very much.
It's so good.
Also, paprika, obviously, we were talking about that on the last podcast. That was your version. I'm like, if you haven't heard the Paprika Parade song, you're missing out. It's great.
Jake Green suggests, what if you scooch the crow/raven body backward? Maybe behind the cat? Or just so some of it's behind the cat?
Could be. But then would it be able to hold the banner?
Or do you have one of the other characters
hold
the pole? Yeah. Or is there like a second one? Maybe the witch is helping.
Sorry, I just imagined that the witch is helping. What? I just imagine that the skeleton held the banner, which is totally normal. But then I imagined the horn being in the raven's little beak and it being like doot, 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 doot. Can you imagine? Oh, I like it.
How would he pucker his lips?
As if to bestow a kiss. Poirot. Okay, sorry, 1 second. I think this, and then we can deconstruct the raven as well. If we take that away, it's just lines.
Kendall says, I feel like this would be fun to animate. And Dark Hour says, I will go to Office Works to print it. And Rynn says, the Jake Green Shake Cream Parade.
Shake cream! Oh my gosh, can we have milkshakes? Because that's what a shake cream is, right?
Oh yeah, yum.
Yum.
Jake Green says, I'm alright. I will be going back to the doctor daily until they get me in to see the orthopedic specialist.
Cripes.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right, here's
what a journey your finger's going on.
Crow Raven going back.
Jake Green says, agreed, Kendall. I would love to animate Anna's work.
Okay.
Animation.
Do it.
You know, some people in the past, when Anna made this, what was that bust of the leafy lady called?
Busty leafy lady. What?
Busty leafy lady. Anna made some concept art of a leafy lady.
I painted a leafy lady, and people modeled her and animated
people
her.
modeled her and animated her.
It was amazing. Fun. She's so freaking cute. Like, their versions of her blow my mind. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's also covered in copious amounts of leaves, so it's really impressive that they did such a outstanding job with it. And I think that was because I posted on ArtStation, because it feels like
the
that's
3D
where I saw
crowd.
their work. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They were like,
oh.
Okay. So if you want your stuff modeled, maybe post it on ArtStation. They did not contact me at all about that or anything like that, so it was a total surprise. So I was like, well,
it was also amazing. Surprising because it came from like multiple different people.
And they did it in their own styles. I feel like one of them was very close to the painting, and then the other one was a little bit more like Pixar mixed with it. And they were amazing. Both of them I just loved so much.
Yeah. Alex says, or asks, what are the pros of Fresco over Procreate? I have both, but have only dabbled in Fresco.
I think both of them have their strengths and weaknesses. It's mostly up to your preferences, and it's also what you're comfortable with. Now, I know that there are a plethora of brushes that have been made for Procreate that are amazing. I have not tried a bunch of them. I've tried basically exclusively Shauna's, which, you know, Shauna makes brushes for Procreate and Fresco, so I can use them in either program, so it kind of equals out anyway. And then there's the live brushes in Fresco that I absolutely love. And beyond that, it's basically interface and what you're using it for. Procreate I've been using for animation, if I do that. And I haven't done that in quite a while. And then the other side of it is Fresco's going to get motion, which is animation tools. And I have gotten to be in the beta of that, so I can see how they might even surpass the ability of Procreate. Hesitant to say, but I think that they have some tools in there that are very, very useful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything to keep competition between the two, because you don't want stagnation for that. So if one's coming out with a cool feature, the other one's going to be like, okay.
I'll one up you. And then everybody in the industry says, huzzah! We win! So yeah, I'd say for a $10 program, go buy Procreate. And then for a free program, get Fresco. Get them all. They're great. I love them.
We've got a couple of other reasons in the chat for pros and cons of Procreate and Fresco.
Nice.
Rynn says, Procreate has a nice symmetry tool that Fresco is lacking at the moment, which is handy for picking patterns, but methinks Fresco will have one soon.
Methinks. We could have this overlap with the witch and just have it be like a different value completely. Maybe even the skirt is a good opportunity for that, or maybe the end of the broom. Not sure.
You could raise her up. It's not too late to...
Well, like that high?
Yeah.
She's off the
we
canvas.
could add a little bit. We could add a little bit more to the canvas, though. That's just a toe. Literally.
I also want her to be the right scale, so we could always mess around with that. I feel like I would have to suss out this banner, though, because I don't mind it going, like, a dramatic amount forward and then backward. Like, I'm fine with that, because it's a stylistic thing anyway. Doesn't matter. So let's just draw that in for my brain to be satisfied.
Kendall posted a link in the chat to Shauna's brushes, and you can also find
Kendall.
a link to that in the description of the video if you're watching later on. Alex says, yes, my Max Pack brushes may keep me in Procreate. I love them.
Yeah, I've heard they're amazing, for sure.
Kendall says, I can't wait till Motion gets released in Fresco. It means I could do full projects on the iPad instead of switching between 5 programs. And
seriously.
Kendall suggests you could also shrink her just ever so slightly. Not too much, though. About the witch, I believe.
A ton. Let's shrink her all.
Yeah, she's a fairy
munchkin.
now.
I like it. Oh! Okay, let's see. We can try shrinking her. Thank you all for your input, by the way. I know that this might look a little tedious to do, but it is really important, especially once we start painting.
Is that because it just locks everything into place?
Basically, yeah. To move things after the fact, I would have to, like, lasso tool more precisely to get all the paint and everything, and it would be multiple layers possibly, and I just don't want to mess with that. So if we're in sketch phase, yeah, you can do all the things. You can mess it up. Does that make sense?
Before you go to paint, do you flatten things?
It depends on the piece, but I was saying with this one, I bet I will. Just get messy with it. Na 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 na.
We watched Kiki's delivery service last night.
How appropriate. Oh, that's amazing.
It's very cute.
It is.
There's some very goofy moments in it.
Do you like, let's see, what's a goofy moment? The lady in the crow lady, obviously.
What's goofy about her?
She's
what
just, I was saying, do you like her?
Oh, yeah. No, she's great. They had a good conversation about finding what inspires you to do what you do, because she was talking about how she just stopped being able to do art once. Like, she did it all the time. She was painting all the time, and then one day she was just like, I can't do it. Like, she didn't have the inspiration there, and she took some time to, like, sit with her thoughts and think, like, why am I making art? What's the purpose of doing this? And then when she found her reason, she was able to paint again. It was a nice little conversation.
The whole movie is that conversation. It's great.
It's so good. And then another goofy part, Debbie Reynolds' character, the old woman in the house with her, I don't know, maid or something. And the maid when Kiki, lover, when Debbie Reynolds and Kiki are in the kitchen together, her lover is in the hallway with Kiki's broom, trying to, like, she's just playing with it. She's like sat on it, like jumping up and down, like, I'm flying. And it's
she's
just
so
really
cute.
Also, Jeff the dog, super cute.
Jeff the dog.
Do you remember Jeff the dog?
I mean, that's the dog. Yes, I remember the dog. I didn't remember that his name was Jeff.
Yeah, his name's Jeff.
I love how he comes through so clutch. He's just like, yeah, I get you. All right, I'll help.
He's so cute. And the whole time, Gigi's in there just, like, sweating bullets.
Yeah, just...
so good.
I love Gigi. But yeah, if you're feeling any, just watch the movie regardless, but especially if there's any burnout in your life or you have experienced it, then I think you will appreciate it 10 times more, because it's just got such a great conversation about it, and it feels like artists definitely made that movie, which of course they did, but you know.
Yeah. It's based off of a book that I have not read, but it would be cool to read it and see what they took liberties on and what the book expands on, I'm sure.
That's also perfect because Binging with Babish just did the herring pie from it, which is iconic as a Ghibli food.
Ugh, another one of Grandma's herring pies.
You ungrateful child. Go to your room.
She's rude. Yeah, she's bad.
Okay, what do we think about this layout? How are we
Let's
feeling?
zoom out a little bit.
Well, wait, hold on.
Let's zoom all the way in and tell you what we feel about the whole layout. Look at those textures. Wowzers.
Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so we've moved the witch. I elongated her broom to just fit over the top of the flag. And then we've got the raven moved back to overlap with the cat a little bit, which will be more of like, we'll have to work out what the colors and values are going to be with that. And then we've got the rest of them. What do you think?
I think it looks pretty snazzy.
Do you think it looks better? I should have duplicated it at first so that we could see. But I guess
people could just scroll back to the beginning of the stream.
Well, we've got the color set where they were, so you can see kind of the chunks where they were.
Oh, yeah. Can I see it on again and one more time? I'm looking at the relationship between the witch and the banner pole. I feel like maybe they're a little bit too close, but I'm also looking at the skeleton in front of the cat. He might read more clearly once there's paint on him, but something about him, just him and the skeleton in the back throwing the candy with both hands. I feel like something about them, my eye just glazes over them, which isn't really a problem, but all the other ones seem so distinct.
Yeah. I am fine with that as long as, I mean, that's something I think also will be solved much more in the paint, but the composition of them, I don't think we're going to find better places for them, really.
Yeah.
We could have the skeleton in front of the cat move up so that it's closer to here. But
I think solving it in the paint, is more of what my concern is. Not really where he's placed, if the paint can solve that. What about the one in the back? Maybe that grouping of 3 characters. Do you think the paint would also solve, like, bringing him out?
Yeah, my plan is as characters meet the ground, they're going to kind of lose into the fog. So the skeletons are going to be the closest down there. So they're going to be against more of a blending of color rather than like a lot of information. Like down here, you could have, all of the meeting of legs to ground and the trailing of capes and all that stuff and the skeleton on top. But I'm just going to get rid of all that information and have it like fog into the characters. So he'll be almost against a clear background.
Okay, cool. Jake Green says, I love it. I think it's perfecto. So let's move right into paint.
Okay, one last thing. I think, let me just collapse this whole group and then I want to mess with one thing real quick. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to merge it. I'm going to turn off the original. All right, now we've got a duplicated version and I'm just going to cancel, close, deselect. I'm going to mess everything up all at once. I'm going to slightly make it smaller. And then I'm going to move the palanquin up.
Levitate even higher. Rynn says, Kiki's Delivery Service was my first Ghibli film. I remember picking out the VHS in a shop when I was little, before I knew what Ghibli was, because I loved the cover art and story premise.
I mean, how could you not? Yeah,
Alex says...
Oh, sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead about Kiki.
I was just going to say, we just talked about our first experiences with Spirited Away, which is one of our favorite movies of all time. And
so good.
It was that kind of experience where you're just like, oh my gosh, look at that cover. And then like, the movie's even better? How?
I sent Anna a photo from the concept art book where No Face's initial design was so much more fabulous looking.
See, that's what
he would fit right into this parade.
It's perfect.
Yeah? Okay, I can post it there. Alex says, I love the skeleton in the front because it gives it the crowded chaos look. That's true.
Crowded chaos. Excellent. That's what we like. Chaos. Control!
Where should I post this? Show and tell?
Yeah, sure.
Current work.
Yes, you're currently working on Spirited Away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got this version. And we've got this version. Oh my gosh. Here. Boom. Duplicate. Boom. Move. Move when I tell you to. There we go. I'm gonna group these. Boom. All right, now we can see. Boom. 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 I feel like we need her
I just
even
advanced
higher.
to level 11 on Discord.
Oh my goodness, you're winning the game, sir. Winning the
Dark
game.
Hour says, speaking of, I came across some Ghibli art books yesterday. Definitely putting one on my birthday wish list. And Rynn says,
They're fantastic.
yes, Spirited Away is absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if you mentioned it before, but have you seen Princess Mononoke?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We've seen them all.
Well, I have seen most of the Ghibli movies. I feel like there's
Which
still
one
a few.
haven't you seen?
I still haven't seen Ocean Waves.
I don't recommend it.
Well, that's the thing, is like the outliers I haven't seen, but they're
on
like the
HBO.
big ones for sure. I know. I tried to watch all of them before we lost HBO.
Whoops.
So
No. Which one haven't you seen?
Ocean Waves.
That was the only one?
There are probably others. I'm just not. You know, the thing is, they're not like, oh, I haven't seen Princess Mononoke. Like, that's a huge one to see. So we've seen Princess Mononoke, I think, in multiple venues. There was a theater showing of the 35mm film version that we got to watch. That, and I believe Spirited Away, and was there a third one we've seen?
I saw
Like all of them.
at OMSI, which was amazing because the screen is the biggest thing in existence.
Seriously.
So it was like we were in the sky. It was so big, like there was nothing in your periphery. It was just the screen.
Periphery? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Periphery?
Periphery?
Is that the same thing?
Maybe. I could
Anyway.
be saying it wrong.
Y'all tell me what you think. Higher hover, lower hover. Part of me feels
I like lower.
Yeah, it's just awkward to push it up that much, especially because she's not that much higher above the other guys.
She's leaving the parade at this point.
Yeah, she's like, bye. That's
and the
how
whole
she
reason
leaves.
we extended the canvas was to push the witch up and make sure that the bell.
No, we didn't
curve
extend
was
the
there?
canvas for that.
Well, point being that you were trying to distinguish between their heights, the witch, the tall pumpkin, and the palanquin.
Yeah.
So putting it up there kind of defeats the purpose.
Well, no, that was the purpose. What I was trying to do was create this kind of shape.
Oh, then even higher, wouldn't you think?
But yeah, but then at what point is she just like, bye? Like that. I've already added a cushion on the bottom. Like this was
so
not there
just
before.
have the cat arch its back.
I will reach you, mother. That looks too awkward. But anyways, good to experiment. We don't have to have a bell curve. That was just one of the things where I was like, that'd be fun. Kendall's gotta go. Have a great day, Kendall. Thank you so much for popping in. And as always, everybody just give all the love to the mods. Kendall is one of them, and everybody should appreciate them. They do so much work. They're so great. And there are links in the description to all of their stuff, so check them out.
Rynn asks, or says rather, I've been slowly adding some of the art books onto my collection. There are also some picture books, children's book editions circulating out there.
Heck
And
yeah.
Jake Green says, between boom and boom, I choose boom.
I choose boom too. That's crazy. I can't believe out of all the choices we both chose boom. Wow.
Dark Hours goes on to say, Ocean Waves, when Marnie was there, Grave of the Fireflies are the only ones I haven't seen, I think.
I still
When
haven't
Marnie
seen
there-
Grave of the Fireflies. That's true.
That's a
big one.
very sad
I'm never in the mood for
movie.
sad, honestly.
When Marnie was there was excellent, though. I liked that one a lot.
Love when Marnie was there.
And Dark Hours goes on to say, oh, and Princess Cuckoo, yeah. That one was really fun, too.
I still haven't seen that one. I meant to do that one. That was going to be my next one.
That one's nice for its illustration experimentation, I feel, more than story. But that could just be me.
Also, if you haven't seen Whisper of the Heart, that is like the ultimate comfort movie. You should watch that one.
Oh, yeah, that one's really good. Jake Green says, I like the lower.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think we're just going to go with this guy for now. Yeah. I think that's it. I like the way it is, okay? If there's problems with it, we'll either fix them or ignore them.
Just going back about 10 minutes to Jake Green's previous comment. I love it. I think it's perfecto.
Oh, that's very nice. Perfecto.
So we could have been done 10 minutes ago.
I mean, really? What's the problem with us? Do you like me? I go into your ear.
Well, it depends. Yeah. If the is mocking me or not.
No,
depends on whether or not I like
Macarena.
you.
I'll just.
Well, that's a lie.
It's overloading. Overloading. What? Overlapping.
Overloading.
We're overloading the system. What? What's happening, Lasso? Oh no. Okay, there we go. A minute.
Dark Hour says, everyone watch Only Yesterday, please.
No, haven't seen Only Yesterday. Wait, Only Yesterday. That's not Ghibli, is it?
I think it is. I feel like I saw that one.
Yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away.
1991. Memories come tumbling down.
Oh. Well, yeah.
It's by Isa Takahata?
Oh, okay. Yeah. The other.
The other guy.
So rude. But that's the general consensus, I think. Ugh. Beep, bop. Beep, bop. Alright, now we've got our girl. There we go. Alright. Now, what do you think? What do you think?
Only Yesterday.
You're on it.
Well, I'm reading the description and parts of it are coming back to me, but Dark Hours, remind me if that movie is like fragmented in the timeline where she's remembering events in like a weird order, or is it linear?
Who knows? Not me.
Because the premise of the movie is she's like on a train ride somewhere and is recalling her past.
Oh.
But I feel like it's recalled in a way that is fragmented and you're kind of like piecing it along as you go. Time travel and that kind of trope to me, I don't know. My brain doesn't like reordering things like that. So
You would hate Memento.
Yeah. They're just forgettable. Like if it's not linear for some reason, I'm like, I don't remember. It's confusing. My brain can't process it.
Which is fine. We like what we like and we don't like what we don't like.
It's not that I don't like it. I suppose it's just not something I prefer. Like if it was laid out linear, maybe I would like it. Like the content of the story and of the characters and all of that. Like there's plenty there to like. But Hieronymus is joining, and Dark Hours clarifies it's not linear. It has childhood flashbacks.
Gotcha. But you could follow, like, isn't Slumdog Millionaire like that? Memories? I never saw it.
I think
so. I'm
he's
not
like in a game show and calling, like the reason he's answering the way that he does is because he's recalling past things that lead him to the right answer or something. Yeah, that was fine. Something about that seemed more linear. I don't know.
Who knows? It's all nebulous.
I don't. Jake Green says, I haven't seen Whisper of the Heart.
You should watch that one.
That's what he said.
It's very fantastic.
It's great.
Like a slice of life happiness movie. So if you feel like just having a good old time, then watch it. So happy.
Rynn says, Takahata and Miyazaki are creative rivals, if I remember correctly. There was a documentary talking about their creative processes and how some of their rivalry boosted Miyazaki's motivation/momentum.
Ooh, that's cool.
And Dark Arrow says, ha ha ha, and I just snort laughed in public.
I like that.
Why? What did you say?
I don't know, but I like they snort laughed in public. Come on. Oh, it's too good. Whisper of the Heart has Lo-Fi Girl in it. The Lo-Fi Girl. Is that her?
I think isn't it based, Lo-Fi Girl is based off of Whisper of the Heart? How
I
she's
can
like
believe it.
sitting at her desk and writing all day or something like that. Clarify, Dark Hours. Lo-Fi Girl definitely came after, but what do you mean? Jake Green says, I think Memento was done in a way that it all comes together in a way that pays off, I think. I only saw it once.
That's one of those movies where it's like, if you haven't watched it in the last year and you haven't watched it like at least twice, then it's a lot. But yeah, I agree. But if Anthony has these problems with nonlinear, then I imagine that would be his literal nightmare, because it's the nonlinear movie.
That's true. I mean, I watched Memento with you, but I don't remember
With
much
me?
of it. Yeah, you were talking about how it was like one of your favorite movies.
Way back when, I thought it was like, well, I think that was when we were in the film class with Miss Rizzo.
Russo?
Oh. We were having this conversation on the podcast. We were like, who was she? She's great. No, we know who she is, but her name. Anyways, it was this film class teacher, and she opened up the world of film in a very big way. And that's when I first watched Memento, was in her class. And that was an intense watch. I'll tell you what. My gosh. But yeah.
Yeah. And then I think after you watched it, we watched it together.
I could believe that. I was probably like,
yeah,
my mind was
about
blown.
Memento. And Dark Hours clarifies, when you said Anthony wouldn't like Memento, was the snort laugh in public.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because that, like, immediately I thought of that as, like, the movie. But I guess there are other movies that are definitely told non-linearly. When you were talking about remembering things for some reason, I was like, oh, he's thinking of The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, which is not accurate, but that one, I guess, is...
We just watched that one recently, too.
Non-linear, but it's told chronologically from her perspective, so...
That's true. Yeah. That one was a fun one.
I love that movie.
I think they made it into a live action a couple of years ago, maybe.
I feel like that sounds familiar.
Dark Hours says Lo-Fi Girl is a screenshot of the movie.
No way. Oh, that's crazy. I did not call that.
Lo-Fi Girl is a screenshot of the movie. Is there a side-by-side comparison? I feel like it was inspired by, but isn't exactly.
I have no idea. But, I mean, no matter what the case, both of them are such cool vibes. I can
Rynn
definitely
says,
see it.
Yep, the scene from Lo-Fi Girl was taken straight from the film. Wow. Slightly edited with headphones, etc.
Gotcha.
And Dark Hour says, oh, I really liked that movie. My brain, my memos.
Memos. I think that is... It makes a lot of sense. If you want a lo-fi vibe in a movie, that's Whisper of the Heart. Where it's just like slice of life, chilling out, taking time.
It looks like the crow has one really big eye.
What?
Not that one. The one leading the parade, but you've ruined it.
Oh, is it this?
Yeah.
They can't see it. Oh no. I'm going to show you. There we go. Now you can see it. It's this this is like a hotkey in Adobe Fresco. You can make your brush into an eraser by pressing it, and it's over the crow's eye. There you go. Jokes aren't funny unless you explain them.
That's what I was saying earlier when I was explaining that other joke about
I like
the
to
tree
quote my
and
best
the
friend
early
Anthony
bird.
Sims.
The real joke is me.
Ah! Oh snap! Oh, silly.
Shauna in the chat saying, hello.
Shauna has blessed us. Hello.
Joko says, haha, aw, I like the glasses. Or like glasses.
Should we put glasses on our crow friend?
Yeah, why not?
It's happening. It's happening.
Maybe some steampunk goggles. Jake Green says the best jokes require explanations.
Require. See, I just pushed up my glasses, but I'm not wearing any. My glasses. Yeah. Is that good? Is that good for you?
Yeah, that's great. Hieronymus asks, can you put a Windigo?
Winnebago? What?
Yeah.
Oh, Wendigo. Wendigo is
Scary monster.
my memory. Yeah. Isn't it
forest creature?
Well, it's like a... Can it take
monster.
the form of people? Something like that? It's
Yeti-like
folklore.
creature?
Look it up. We don't know enough, clearly. I refuse. Okay.
Deer werewolf creature, I think.
What? Oh, now you look it up. I see how it is.
Oh, no, Hieronymus. Hieronymus posted it in the chat.
Well, let's see.
A cannibalistic giant, a person who has been transformed into a monster by the consumption of human flesh in the folklore of some northern Algonquian peoples. Algonquian?
I think they have like skull heads or something, usually.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? I would, but I think we have enough creatures, honestly. I feel like we have a lot going on. If there's a place where you feel like it would really fit, then please shout it out.
Just right out of frame. Imagine.
Well, the
your
great
favorite
thing,
monster right there.
The great thing about a parade image is you can continue adding on and on and on if you really wanted to.
We'll do this piece every Halloween.
Oh my gosh, it's a yearly tradition. Bring out the spooky parade.
Dark Hour says, the real joke was the friends we met along the way.
Wow. I mean, true. The real joke is Anthony.
You're doing that sound about me again.
That's the other side of the pillow, right? It's all a pillow.
Oh, I thought they were sat on their knees.
I think she's just got a tiny little body, and I kind of like just covered it with fabric.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
it's reading now. The paint really helps clarify shapes.
Oh, that's good. Solve it in the paint. Fix it in post.
Solve it in the paint, yeah. Well, you're fixing all of it in post, says a drawer.
I'm a drawer. There's a great, I believe it was a sticker that Anusha Syed made where it says, I'm a drawer, and it has a like little side table with a drawer coming out and a little smiley face on it. It's a drawer. I'm a drawer.
Drawers, drawers.
It's so good. I love it. Oh, so clever. I'm gonna give her purple skin because I think of her as kind of yokai. So we're gonna give her that. And then what color horns do you think? Maybe red?
Red, introducing another color.
I mean, her clothing is red.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, okay. All of this is very tinted because what we're painting on is a soft light layer. So if we turn this to normal colors...
Oh gosh, brace yourself. Oh!
It's very different. But since we have it as a
different.
soft light, then it kind of fuses with the colors underneath it. Therefore,
Yeah,
mellowing
so much
it out.
cooler.
Yeah.
Mellowing.
And then I feel like we need some balance of... There's a lot of warm going on up here. Actually, I might change the color of his head a little bit. Let's see. I'm just going to throw some colors on here and see what happens. He does not need to be traditional anything. Nobody has to be traditional anything. Honestly, we could go crazy with colors, which is both freeing and scary. So,
speaking of scary, Rynn says 5 minutes till Spooky Claws.
Monster Claws. That's what you
hand
came up with,
stretch.
Anthony.
Yeah, Monster Claws is what I was calling it, but Rynn said specifically Spooky Claws.
Mr. Claus. And we call him Sandy Claus. Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, have you watched it yet this year?
I haven't. Sammy and Ashley watched it the other night, and I went to bed because they watched it rather late. I think at 11 they started it. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go to bed.
I am baby.
Have you guys been watching any Halloween movies during this spooky month?
We've thought of a few to watch, but I don't think we've watched any yet, which is sad.
Over the Garden Wall?
Of course, we're
that
gonna
one?
watch Over the Garden Wall. That's gotta happen.
Gonna.
Yeah. I mean, last
Already
year we
watched
watched it on Halloween. That was like our choice.
Right.
There was one that was a recent one I thought of that was like, oh yeah, I want to watch that. Because honestly, some of them, there's some really good ones for like spooky moods, but then also I want like a specific mood the day of certain times, you know, where it's like, right now, what do you feel like watching? It's not always going to be like, oh yeah, Friday the 13th or whatever scary movie.
Yeah, that's the one that you list. Not Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, something a little bit more demure and up your alley. But
yeah. Beetlejuice.
Friday the 13th.
No, I'm not
Beetle
always
to
in
the
the mood.
juice. Beetle the juice.
Beetle the Juice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was what we watched. We watched Frankenweenie, which I've never seen before, but it felt
Tim Burton's
Yeah.
Frankenweenie. How was
Indeed.
it?
If you like Tim Burton stuff, I think it'll be up your alley. For me,
Night Before Christmas?
we watched it while eating dinner, and sometimes I get a little grossed out from his stuff, especially
Yeah,
when it's
same.
like body part stuff. I'm very not into body horror, even in the
There was-
lightest of ways.
I think we were watching something the other day and while we were eating, and I just had to like turn away and be like,
Yeah.
okay, well, when's it gonna be done?
When's it over? Because, like, I can't. That's me almost all the time. I'm very sensitive when eating. And, yeah. So, take that as you will, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you take
Now
away
you
from it,
know.
go for it.
Dark Hour says, I want to watch Coraline tonight and testing out Squid Game today.
Oh, Squid Game. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. Let me know your take on it, because I know that people say it's you got to be in the right mood for it. I just don't know if I'll be in that right mood anytime soon.
Well, yeah, I think it's gory is what people were saying.
Right, but like we just rewatched all the Hunger Game movies. Is it worse than that kind of thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but I know Sammy watched it the other day. She watched all of it in one sitting. I don't know how long it is, but
I think the 6th episode is
there's
something
5
I've
episodes?
heard about
6
it.
episodes? Are they longer episodes, like an hour?
I have no idea. Asking the wrong lady.
Sammy has the ability to binge watch a lot in one sitting. I'm like, okay, it's been 2 hours. I have to get up and stretch my legs.
So says the
do
guy who
something.
sat for like literally an entire day and watched all of Orphan Black with me and David.
That was when I was
intense.
young.
When
3
I
years ago.
was young. When I was a young boy, I watched things all in one sitting.
It works
Now
so
I can't
well.
do that. Tara says, OMG, Sestra. Exactly. Sestra.
Sestra. Yeah. My sister shot me.
Sestra. You must be nicer to your Sestra. I love that for bonding with my Sestra as well. Just like Sestra.
Tara says, I haven't watched Squid Game yet either, but curious. And Dark Hour says, I think it was worse than Hunger Games, more like gory Black Mirror. And Rynn says, Squid Game is very bloody and very psychological. I don't recommend it if you're not in the right headspace for it. And Hieronymus says, I never finished Coraline because when she escaped, I was like, I'm done. Goodbye.
Well, it's over now. Farewell.
Alex
goodbye.
says, from what I heard, Squid Games is way more violent than Hunger Games. I'm staying away from it.
Okay.
Dark Hours says, Orphan Black
Yeah.
is so good.
It
And then
is.
Dark Hours goes on to say, to join the Black Parade. And Anthony Jackson says,
Yeah,
no
to
Squid Game for me.
join.
Not up for it. Squid Claws time. Squid
Oh, is it
Claws.
Monster Claws? Monster Claws.
time.
Monster Claws.
Jake Green says, Coraline is so good.
All right, if you are here for the first time, we are going to do a hand stretch. I'm going to lead you through it, and this is just an opportunity to pay attention to your body, make sure that any aches or pains are dealt with, because we're working a lot with our hands and we don't want to neglect them. So to start, we're going to put our arms straight out in front of ourselves with our fingers to the sky, palms away, and then we curl our fingers into what we call a monster claw.
Monster Claw.
Ooh, ooh, ah. I love it. And then second pose, we put our fingers to the ground, palms towards ourselves, and then curl our fingers in. I love this tradition now.
Hold on.
Third pose, we flip our palms out, away, and then fingers down. Curl them in. Ooh, ooh. No! I almost fell into bad habits. Oh, no. All right, fourth pose, we put our fingers to the sky, palms towards ourselves, and then curl them in. Ooh, ah.
No. Okay, there we go. And then you just repeat these poses.
And then you repeat these poses. Holding for about a second each. Around 10 times. What are you saying?
You don't have to do the monster noises anymore. We only do them 4 times. And then... But when we're monsters, they just come out sometimes.
Do you see my captions? It just says Ariana.
Ariana, mine said rat-a-tat. I think they just want us to listen to music.
A little rat-a-tat.
Oh, Jake Green.
I love it. Everybody at home, are you doing your monster claws? I hope so.
Jake Green posted a skull in the chat. He's dead.
To the little rat-a-tat, kill him. By the way, you were talking about a new Pokemon movie. Has anybody seen that yet?
I saw almost all of it. I think there's like 30 minutes left.
Nice. Ooh, Anthony Jackson's doing zombie claws, so brains is the call out. Brains.
We're stretching our brains all the time.
Yeah, that's right. Design brains. Give me your best, like, brains call.
Hello, brains? Is this
not
brains
here,
on the line?
I love it. All right, when you're done, we're just going to gently shake out our hands to loosen them back up. Then do a few shoulder rolls to loosen the rest of ourselves up. Oh, don't hurt yourself.
I punched the keyboard.
Why? What did it ever do to you, bully?
It talked to me in all caps once.
Rude. It's yelling. Then we're
all of the letters on here are all capitalized. So what's up with that?
What's up with that? Then we're going to put our ears as high as possible on each side. Speaking of the Hunger Games and capital letters, they're all from the Capitol. Can you imagine each one of your keys having like a keycap of fancy makeup and hair? One surgically changed itself to look like a tiger.
Wow, this movie is pretty fresh in your mind.
Yeah. All 4 of them. They split the 3rd book into 2 movies. It's crazy. All right. And
you're wearing an orange shirt today. How festive.
It's actually more yellow, but in this lighting it looks orange, so.
What? You're painting reds and they look purple. You're wearing yellows, but they look orange.
It's called color theory. Look it up. Then we're going to look to the side to see if we see a color.
Yellow.
Primarily beige.
That one's yellow right there. You see it?
I would call that khaki.
What? Wrong. Let's send each other pictures of our outfits and actually see what colors they are. You've seen this jacket. It is yellow.
I'm wearing my Breath of the Wild sweater. Sweater.
And that's red, right? The pattern
that's red.
on it?
Red. Yes. Are you seeing red?
Uh-huh.
All right. Remember to drink water, close your eyes to take a break from the screens, stretch
at the same time.
Wiggle your leg noodles, just slosh all that water everywhere. It's good if you get it on your skin, you know. It's if it sinks into your clothes, it's just long-term moisturization, right?
No.
That's how that works. All right, let's get back to the drawing. Great job, everybody. Your monster claws were amazing.
Oh, Jake Green left.
Oh, bye.
Milkshake ring.
Milkshake ring. Creating. Yeah. Bring. I like it.
Dark Hour says, I'm wearing civilian clothes.
That's cool. Madness. The entire month of October, you're supposed to be wearing a costume. Didn't you get the memo? Also, I was thinking about this. Okay. Dark
Mm-hmm,
Hours
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and Hieronymus are in the southern hemisphere. It's getting to be springish weather, I'm guessing, over there because it's getting fall here, and it's like opposite, right?
As far as I think.
As far as I think. We don't know much. So correct us if we're wrong.
I don't know my
However,
primary colors, so how am I supposed to answer this question?
wait, what are the three primary colors, Anthony?
The red, yellow, and blue.
You nailed it. What are you talking
I
about? You're
did,
so
but
intelligent.
your
It's lovely.
shirt is orange, and my yellow
I
jacket
agree.
is
My shirt
beige.
looks orange on
Khaki.
camera. Like, that's straight up the same orange as the
Uh,
painting. Like, it looks orange. I'm just telling you,
okay.
in person and in different
And you say
lighting.
this is khaki?
What,
Let
the
me
color
drag
behind
my.
you?
If I drag my video, is that bad? Would that ruin something?
Drag your video?
If I took it from this screen and put it on my other screen,
I
would
think it
that
would be
mess up
fine. It's just
OBS?
connected to the browser window, so.
Okay.
Is he dragging? Is he dragging? What's happening?
Okay, it does read as more khaki on my Cintiq screen.
So,
My other monitor
recalibration.
doesn't have like the best color fidelity.
By the way, Sleeman just came into the chat saying, "What is going on here?"
Oh, we don't know.
Who knows? Hello, welcome. We are just drawing the spooky parade, and every once in a while arguing about colors of real life versus camera versus screens. There's a lot of filtering going on, so who knows? And yeah, we did Monster Claws, which is our hand stretch. If you want to go back, you can go back in the video and do that. Right?
Or
Yeah.
just do it now, if you know how.
Ooh, a rhyme. It's like a riddle from the Riddle Master, Anthony. I like that. Could we do a
The
stream
Riddle
where we
Master,
just
not I.
wait? Oh, I just had a podcast idea. What if we gave each other riddles?
Just like in a box.
Riddle me this, Quizmaster. No. Here's riddles. Happy birthday. No, I was thinking like we ask each other riddles and then we see if we can like maybe we think of hints for them or something and then we
I
get
love a
the
good
riddles,
hint.
like, together.
I'm never good at solving things just straight out the gate. I always like a hint. One of the best hints I like to ask for is, what does it start with?
The heck? More
I
like
don't know.
I mean, good hints are like a riddle into themselves. It's just like a second riddle that leads to the same answer.
It sounds like work.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do we have to create these, or are we finding these
We're
riddles?
finding them. We're not going to create riddles on our own. We did that once with James and Paul, I believe, and we came up with a few pretty good ones, but it wasn't like a this is fun to watch kind of thing. It's more like brain work. You know?
Brain work. Mine doesn't.
Whose does, boy? Nobody. Ain't nobody.
Do you remember the riddle from The Hobbit, since you've read it 5 times?
What is in my pocket? Nailed it. What,
Is that a
stamps
locket
and
in my
champs
pocket?
and
First they stamp, then
and
they
then
champ, then they fall
down.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's stamp mean? Is that what teeth do? Isn't the answer teeth?
Man, I don't know. I look it up. Like, who knows, man? The more I say man, the more flustered I am.
Don't say it. What part are you working on right now?
Oh, who knows? I looked away, so I'm lost. I'm basically just putting in soft light colors over everything so that we can bring some color variety to it, but really we're going pretty close to monochromatic, and then from there I'm just gonna start painting over things, I think. And then we could also explore the idea of changing the line color. I know we love the line color. Like, this looks awesome. I love that. But as we move to paint, maybe there's a stronger option. I don't know. But to do that, we should probably collapse all the lined things on top of each other again, because remember, we separated the witch and the raven. Quoth the raven, I'm not on the same layer. Did you like that? Did you like it?
What?
I was making an Edgar Allan Poe joke. I guess you didn't get it.
I didn't. I thought you said cove. Foth? That
Kvoth, the character
that
from
yeah,
Kingkiller
the
Chronicles.
Kingkiller Chronicles. Quoth
Quoth,
the Raven.
Quoth the Raven, not Kvoth the Raven. He turned into a raven one time. Whoops, Kvoth, where are you going?
Maybe, probably. Jake Green says a riddle wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a vest.
Exactly.
And Anthony Jackson says, "Oops, all riddles."
Oops, all riddles. Who knows? Okay, I'm going to collapse the lines. That was the plan. And then I'm going to put a clipping layer. Yeah, I'm going to just group all these guys, I think. That's the way to do it. Let's look ticket. Beep. Beep, bop. So, okay, we've got them all. Look at that without lines. Is that crazy? Whoa. Oh, yeah.
It's like taking their clothes off when you take the lines off.
Excuse
For
me?
a lot of them, it is.
Literally? Oh. Ooh.
Disrobe the candy.
Literal robe, because a lot of them are wearing robes and capes and such. I do love a good cape. I don't have any. I wish I could have
Rynn
a cape.
says, removing their corporal lines.
Corporeal?
Yeah.
Corporeal. How do you say it?
Corporeal. Oh.
Corporeal? Corporeal.
If I double click, it will tell me.
Corporeal.
Corporeal.
Corporeal means substantial. You could hit it. You could whack it. Like when Chihiro in Spirited Away is becoming non-corporeal. She starts like phasing through stuff. And she's like, "Wah!" And then he's like, eat food from this world. And then she becomes corporeal again. I don't know why.
You have to eat food from this world or else he'll disappear. No! Tries to push him away. Whoops.
Alright, I'm going to collapse these guys. Merge layers. And then beep, bop. And then we've got a... what do you call it? Clipping mask. Yeah. Okay, and then we will go to really dark colors. Not completely dark. Whoa, look at her. Look at her. Whoa.
She's having a good time.
Good time.
Her and her little crow familiar.
It's so crazy. Yeah, I'm wondering what I should do. Because I really like the light lines, but I don't know if I want to paint it with light lines. What do you think?
I like the light lines. I think it helps.
So maybe we
make 'em
just paint
all
over
jump
in
off the
certain areas.
page. Yeah.
Let's do a little paint test. Let's just test it out. There's no reason to go full on for the entire piece unless we test it out. All right, I'm going to use this bat guy as an example. I'm just going to paint for a few minutes. That's not how I paint.
I like
said
those
no.
giant ears. Jake Green says they're accursed corporeal bounds.
They're accursed corporeal bounds. Is that my new band name? I don't know what that means, but sure.
It could be. Spooky Halloween music. Like the Monster Mash.
Hey, if we were to make a band, you and I, what would our music be?
Dirty Rorschach. That's my band name.
Dirty Rorschach. I could see
I was
the
cleaning a
branding,
window
honestly,
once and
very clearly
it happened.
Say again?
I was cleaning a window once and it happened.
So that's the
Folded
first.
the paper towel I was using to wipe down the window and the grime was a Rorschach test. I was like, Dirty Rorschach.
No, I have a new
Band
idea
name.
for your band name. It's called Grimes.
What? Grimes. Perfect. Jake Green says, I just realized you said there was a locket in your pocket.
Did I say that or you? I feel like you did. That's a you thing.
Well, if you're questioning it, who knows?
Ugh. I'm always questioning things.
Are you ever getting answers?
Sometimes I get myself an answer. I'm just like, this is the answer, Anna. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Anthony looks at me weird and says, who are you talking to? And I'm like, shh.
Who are you talking to?
Shh. Cute or creepy? That's the question we always want to ask. And the answer should
Creepy
be yes.
cute. Both.
Porque no las dos.
Give him some ear fluff.
Fluff? What the what? What kind of ear fluff? What are you talking about?
There's some hairy ears coming out of
Ears?
the.
Like that?
Oh, I was thinking thicker.
Like that?
Yeah, but with the line quality of the first one. Okay, so more of like triangles with negative space in between. What? Those words don't
I like
make
making
sense.
you explain everything.
Yeah, you knew. Something like that, but a third little wisp.
Oh, it has to have a third. Wow, he's so
3.
specific.
Well, you'll get there. We have Dama-chan in the chat on YouTube saying, hello, guys.
He's an old man. Hello, Dama-chan. How are you? You having a good day? I'm singing in the rain.
Dark Hours is also back. Phone ran out of battery.
Oh my gosh.
I was going to say...
How dare you?
Shower, long precipitation.
Quite agreed. Much.
Alex says, it gives me the same feeling of the Disney villain parade as a kid. So yes, cute and creepy.
I didn't know they had parades of villains. That's awesome.
Thomas says, long time no see. Yes, so far so good.
Oh yeah.
It has been a long time since I've seen Dama in the chat.
10 years. I've done my waiting.
By
the
Dama
way,
says, I don't know if you guys remember me last time that we talked about my kids' teeth making it as a necklace. I don't.
How could we forget, Dama? Oh my gosh. That is iconic. Wow. Yeah, I remember that. I remember nothing, just by the way. If anybody's asking me what I remember, it's nothing. But
it's not entirely true. You seem to remember things that I don't.
I'm just saying, like, if you're asking if I remember something, it's probably not. And so I think that, what was I gonna say? Oh, the teeth necklace is something that I should have remembered for sure.
It does seem like it would be something to remember.
Very important. It's very, very important to remember that. Oh, it's so good. Dark. With a dark purpose. Oh, actually lighter. Yeah. Okay, so what we were thinking of before in a previous stream was as the colors or values recede into the background, so as things are going away from us in the camera view, we want it to be slightly lighter because it's kind of being enveloped by this fog. So I'm trying to stay true to that.
Thomas says, it was in the Adobe live stream, and I remember saying that I put them inside a bubble or a bottle of bubbles. It's cool. It was like a year ago, though. So.
Amazing, Dama. Thank you for reminding us, because truly I don't want to forget that.
Remind us next year when we're like, what?
What's going on again? Oh, yes. This is the best.
Dark Hour says, time for second breakfast.
Yes, second breakfast. What are you going to have? Something
second
delicious,
breakfast.
I'm sure.
It's 3:20 here. What time is it in the southern hemisphere?
Well, I believe when we go live usually, that's 4 p.m. It was something like 8 a.m. for Joe.
Oh.
So if we're 2 hours early, Joe was up at like 6 a.m. What?
Wow.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Getting ready for the Apex stream.
Very, very early. Yes. The Apex stream is going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific.
It's in about 3 hours.
Yes.
Dark Hour says a chicken katsu poke bowl because lunch early so I can do APAC.
That sounds amazing. Oh my goodness.
That does.
Yum.
I'm hungry.
Well, in katsu, anything is just amazing.
Katsu, doesn't that mean... What's katsu?
It's like a deep fried meat dish of some sort. So there's like beef katsu, chicken katsu. But it's kind of like a flattened and breaded, almost like chicken fried steak. You know what I mean? Steak fried chicken? Is that what it is? Am I crazy?
Chicken fried steak. You just take a chicken and you make it fry a steak. Get to work, chicken. Jocko says, so you usually start streaming at 10 a.m. for me. Now you started at 8 a.m.
Gotcha.
I was up at 6:30, like a maniac.
Maniac. Oh.
And Rynn says katsu equals cutlet.
Cutlet. Okay, so yeah, it's like a thin little cutlet.
Tarko says, because I could get a lift from my sister. And Jake Green says, chicken fried rice, chicken fried steak. Chicken fried chicken. My brain just immediately filled that in. Chicken fried chicken, chicken fried steak. Chicken fried vegetables.
Chicken.
This is like a children's book.
Fried. We're coming up with it right now. Beep, beep.
Rynn says, katsu is usually chicken or pork, breaded and baked / fried, as Anna said. Yeah, I knew of katsu as relating to pork. Maybe that's how
Yeah. Sorry, I said beef. I think I was meaning pork. You are correct. All right, here's a little test. What do you guys think so far?
I like the ear fluff.
Should it be a certain color?
Just the same color as the outline.
Cream.
Creme.
Creme fraiche.
Shake cream.
Fraiche.
Thomas says it's 3:20 in California. We're in the
Oh
same time zone.
gosh.
PST, baby.
Yeah. What? We're dorks. If you didn't catch that.
Hieronymus says, I had chicken yesterday.
How was it? How was it prepared? Katsu style? None.
Tarkar says, and wasabi, crunchy peas.
Oh! I don't think I've ever had wasabi crunchy peas. No, maybe once. I have a vague memory. Usually I stay away from wasabi, but every once in a while there's something flavored that I think is good. What about you, Anthony?
If I've ever had wasabi crunchy peas, I stay away from spicy things, so no.
I'm so sorry.
I've had peas, though. Those
What?
are good.
No.
Yeah.
That's madness. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. This spot is the test. Should we render it like this? Actually, I want more fur marks.
Oh, look who's into the fur idea now.
I love fur. I mean, I was about to say I wish I had fur, but then I was like, no. I don't think I'd like that. I don't like
so?
most of the hair on my body anyway, so why would I want hair?
Rynn says, my apologies. When Japanese words are mentioned, my Ryncyclopedia mode kicks in. Reminds me I need to start studying again.
Yes.
And Jake Green laughs at Ryncyclopedia.
Ryncyclopedia. I like that.
Dark Hour says, I usually stay away from spice, but this just hits different. Don't apologize, it's so good, Rynn. And Slyman, I think, is that how you pronounce your name? In the chat asks if you speak French, Anna. Which I don't believe you do.
No, I was about to say oui, but that's the only word I know.
Probably not the only word.
Parlez-vous français?
Look at you go.
Pamplemousse? Alouette, gentil alouette. Je
Yeah.
te plumerai. But by and large, no. I don't know any secondary language. It's a moral failing of my own. So sorry.
What did you study in high school?
In Japanese? I've forgotten almost everything. Dozo? Domo?
Pretty impressive.
Dozo yoroshiku?
Katsu.
Hajimemashite?
We know Katsu now.
Odinabango wa?
It's delicious, isn't it? Oshi desu ne.
Oishi?
Odinabango, what? Does that...
Odinabango wa, I believe, is... I am sorry if I'm mispronouncing anything. This is straight up memories from decades ago. It is... What's your number?
Oh,
Yeah.
just remember those pickup lines.
Literally. I remember Noriko sensei walking around and giving us a little colorful hard candy every time we took a test because she said the sugar would help our brains work, and it was just, she was the sweetest. I loved her. And all of the teachers' assistants that we had, they, like, every once in a while would come through at, you know, different intervals, and they were all just lovely. I just loved the people. They were great.
Darkover says CC having a blast right now, and Jake Green says the captions do not know how to handle Japanese.
What were they saying?
And Darkover says she was correct.
Who? What? When? How? Why?
Not sure.
This goes back to the personality test episode of the podcast. By the way, this stream is brought to you by Oops All Bloops.
Sugar equals good brain.
Sugar equals good brain. Honestly. True. Our podcast is called Oops All Bloops. We do 2 episodes per month. If you want to join that subscription, it is $3 a month for that. The 2 podcasts, which are an hour each at least. And then also access to our private Discord channel. And yeah, you can sign up above the chat or on my page on Behance. Boom. Nailed it. I don't know if I love it.
The rendering.
Yeah, I might try again.
Yeah, it's losing something. Dama on YouTube said, I love the gold outline.
Lean into the outline, Anna. Lean into it. Stop fighting it. Lean in. Okay. I like some of the colors.
Just paint under it.
Just not the rendering. Yeah, but then do I go in and clean up the line?
Yeah. Isn't that great to have like a sturdy answer? Yes.
Not for my own head, though. I need my own head to be happy about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Jake Green says, you've got this, Anna.
Thank you so much. And also Rynn, one of our amazing mods. Can I talk? One of our amazing mods, Rynn, just posted a link to the podcast. You can check out Rynn's Behance below, as well as Joe's and Kendall's. Thank you, mods, for being amazing. But yeah, Jake, thank you. I need the sustenance to my brain telling me I can do this. I can do this. I need to remember how to do line work art, because I haven't done it in so long.
We tried a little bit with our previous piece, didn't we?
What was the previous piece?
The mouse under the log and the mushrooms reading on a chair.
We decided to do somewhat lines and somewhat paint on that, which is what I was going to do with this one.
Yeah, similar
where it's
situation.
got some lines and some paint. I think maybe I'll go to Pinterest and look up some reference. If we have a guiding piece for rendering style, then we will be 10 times faster and better at doing this. This is what happens. Friends, if you're ever stuck, look for inspiration. This is what I say.
We have about 30 minutes left in today's stream.
Okay, this is really cute. Oh, there's so many cute things. Oh, I love art. It's great.
Go on, share with the class.
Okay, well, this is one of the pieces. You can see on the side there. To me, this is, I mean, it's got lines to it, but they're kind of like bloopy lines. It's not super sharp. Kind of akin to my style of drawing, so I like that. And then...
That perfectly answers Anthony Jackson's question of, how do you look for inspiration, Anna?
Oh, I just follow what my eyes like. If I like something, I save it. And then I look to that whenever I draw.
On the previous piece, do you know who did it? Dark House.
Yeah, I'll look it up. This one I wanted to show real quick because I feel like the looseness of line is very appealing, as well as just using basically 2 colors. So if we want to keep this minimal color, then using that as inspiration I think will be advantageous. Let's go back to that other piece. And by the way, the piece that we were just on, this one is Avril Circus. I've seen a lot of their work online. They are fantastic. And then let's go to the previous piece. That is Fabian Mentz, it looks like. Let's show you. Boom. Charblarg blogspot.com. FABIENMENSE. Boom.
Good job.
That's good stuff. That's good action. Like that. Like that a lot. Okay.
Slyman says, when I try to look for inspiration, I copy everything.
See, I think after copying multiple things, it'll feel a little bit more like they start to amalgamate. And also, if you try making something in the style that's a different subject than what they're doing, then you won't be copying because you're using basically your brain to interpret their work, and that will always turn out something different.
Happy birthday time.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
A rare opportunity that we get to reverse this.
Exactly. All right, if we're going to work on the lines, let's work on the lines.
Your brain's happy about it now?
I think this one will be a very unique piece. I don't see a lot of pieces with light lines that are the final artwork. Maybe that's something I should find because it's a little different. But yeah, I'm a little inspired from what we saw. Mostly that one piece to feel like there's basically like line and then color behind it. And if we just added like one or two more colors on top of that, that's kind of the idea of this piece. Oh, there's some great witch reference that I forgot I had. Oh, man. Oh, man. Look at this guy. Here. Look at that guy. Oh, no. Why does it always do this?
Woohoo. That is fun.
Chachulatumblr.com. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop it. Windows. I told you. I only want to live... plant, potatoes, and dream. I like that. I guess.
Admirable goals.
Okay, so what was I looking for? Light lines on a dark piece. I wonder how I could find that. There's no like section in my Pinterest that has that kind of thing. If anybody has any good ideas or like reference for that kind of thing, if you've ever seen a piece with light lines on a dark background, then please let me know.
Isn't that how you did Celeste and Lumi?
No, they weren't lined. They were painted. Yeah, I guess we're kind of forging our own little territory here.
Do it.
Oh my gosh, this is such inspiration for this piece. Look at that.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. That's good stuff. I want all that patterning on all of our fabrics. And then as many like little, hanging bits, tinkling things, ornate little bits, whatever we can put on there, I think we should. And this one is from Leo Weiss on Behance. Hey, let's go say hi to Leo. Leo, Weiss. Boom. Whoop, whoop. Okay. I want to do another test. This is what we're doing.
Alex posted an artist in the chat saying Eula Thynel does light lines quite a bit.
Eula! Oh, yes. I know Eula's work. Oh, my goodness. So good. That is a fantastic reference. Let's look up her work because I love it. Also, they put out a, what do you call it? Calendar a while back, and man, that was the calendar I wanted the most, but I think it was sold out by the time I got to it. Do you see all this awesome work?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's absolutely beautiful, and much more even when you look up close. It's just got so much like texture and beautiful transitions and foliage and charm and so many good things. So many good things. Oh, so good. So good. Okay. Yeah, I need to look at it separate from you guys. Just to find what I'm looking for. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and Eula put out a book called Tiny Black Fox and Other Drawings. I believe there may be multiple books, possibly, but at least Tiny Black Fox is so good. I believe it's like a black and white illustrated thing. Ooh, look at this front page artwork on their website. Love it.
Owls! Did you see them, Rynn?
It's all for you, Rynn. It's all for you. Hey, look at that. Oh, heck yeah. I found some light lines on dark.
I was trying to find a link for Tiny Black Fox, and the only thing that came up, or the first thing that came up, rather, was the Black Fox, the Dirty Heroes collection #1. Whoops.
What does that mean?
So not that one.
Anthony.
It's like one of those romance novels with a sexy man on the cover.
Of course you would find
It's
that.
the owls from Eula as well.
Say again?
Or the owls on...
Oh yeah, Eula's
Eula.
front of the website that they have.
Nice.
Alright, I'm just gonna slightly clean up the line to do yet another test. I would highly recommend, if you're ever wondering what you should do for rendering style for a piece, you should do a small test area just to figure it out. And I could do like 7 tests, honestly, just to figure that out, because it's not worth it if I've done it honestly too many times where I just do the entire piece and then I decide, actually, I don't like the way I rendered that. And it's one of those big pushes for me whenever figuring out my style to really do those tests more and more. And I think right now I am in a point of change in my style again. So it's an important time to really experiment and figure out what you like. Although I honestly could say that at any time. I'm always in flux. Lines, 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 lines.
Lines on lines on lines.
I have to also remember not to stiffen up too much when cleaning up lines. All I'm trying to do is clarify what information is here. Would you understand it if you looked at it just for a second? That's all I care about. Boop. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Oh, I wanted him to have like a little Edwardian ascot, whatever those are called. You know what I mean? The little ties.
Yeah, floofy bit in the front.
Exactly, the floofy bit. You remember that Goblins short where they're all birds and they're trying to like do like mating dances and stuff for each other, and then they would like have it floof up whenever they were attracted to another bird. They were like,
no, I don't remember.
Oh, we gotta watch that. It's so good. Goblin shorts are adorable.
Dark Hours says cravat.
Ooh, I believe so. Very knowledgeable, Dark Hours. Wow. Get it. A cravat. Lemon, go deeper into the cravat.
A Crovid cravat.
Corvid?
Corvid.
It should be Crovid, because they're crows, but you know, not all of them.
Close.
Close vid.
Darko says, I didn't even search it. Wow, I amaze myself.
I know, right? Oh, I love it when that happens. You're like, brain worked. It recalled.
We just talked about ascots in the last episode. We're all about neck ties for...
Obviously, we should wear neckwear to our next stream.
Mm-hmm.
Duh.
Darko says, brain worked.
How? Why? When? Where?
That's it. It's done for the day. It did its job.
Yeah, that was the one. I hope you don't have any like tests or anything, because Cravat took it all.
Cravat took it all.
Cravat? What? Cravat?
Jake Green says, you're making that noise at me again, quote unquote. Jake Green's further back in the episode, I think.
What noise?
Guess who's back?
Back again. Says. 2 times speed, which means we have to laugh obnoxiously. You ready?
Dark Hour says, yeah, I hope I don't have any Apex streams today that need my brain.
No. Why would they ever? Come on.
You could do this brainless. We do it all the time.
Ooh, you know what's going to happen on the Apex stream? They're going to be like, what's that thing? Like the old style ascot? And then you'll be like, and then type it super fast. And then somebody else will have typed it even faster.
Dang it.
No.
Your brain worked, but your fingers didn't.
Blast it all.
What's that like, Jake Green? Am I right?
Wow. Ooh. Ouch.
Oh.
Ouchie, ouchie.
Humor's the best medicine, right? Did anyone else see that Robin Williams test footage that
Yep, watched it
that
twice
actor
yesterday.
did? Did you watch it twice? Wow.
Well, I had to show James, obviously.
It's so uncanny.
It's
I suppose
insane.
you would call it.
And then also, I thought when you first sent that, it was going to be about the video that was shared in the Discord, which is Robin. And it was Robin. That's what it's called. Robin. And then you showed me that, and I was like, oh, it's going to be the same thing, right? They're totally different. Completely different.
Jake Green's clarifying. No, Hieronymus is back. And no, she did it again, saying, you're making that noise at me. And I thought it was funny when you said it earlier. Anyway, Jake Green's understanding what's going on, and I'm not sure anybody else does.
All caught up. I have no idea what's going on ever.
Jake has been here. Hieronymus is back. And then you said a thing that you said previously again. So you're back again as well, I guess.
Back again.
Dark Hour says, Anthony, I almost choked on my water. No, April.
I don't know what's going on, but I like it. Sure. Yeah. Having fun, everybody? Good. That's all I want.
I think it was because I made fun of Jake Green's sad finger.
Naughty boy. That's what you get. What you deserve.
Jake Green says, ignore me. Okay. How could I ever?
Sassy.
Ignore
me.
Am I sassy? That's funny
you're
that you say
the
that.
sassy
Someone
one.
that I haven't texted in like 2 years messaged me, and the first thing they said was, "You're so sassy."
Yeah, it's just exuded through whatever you do.
And then I sent a gif of Blanche from the Golden Girls doing like a little shoulder thing, and then I said, "Always and forever."
Is this Brent?
Actually, he did text me, but no, we talk occasionally.
I knew.
This was Crystal, who I worked with at a couple of freelance jobs.
Nice.
But...
Connecting with old friends. Okay, not totally digging this either. What do you think?
You X'd out his eyes. A dead mouse, speaking of bands.
First of all, he's a bat mouse.
Right.
Second of all, what do you want with his eyes? Do you
Well,
have a
X's
request?
generally mean dead.
No,
so
it's an eye, and then it's got little pointy bits at the ends.
it
get
reads as an X. It reads more as an I now. Ooh, that's good. I like that. Oh, I like that.
What about this?
Oh.
The X's
Oh, yeah.
and the
Ooh.
O-O-O's, they haunt me like a ghost.
Rynn says glowy bits. Yes, yes.
The bits.
Rynn asks, have you folks seen Into the Woods? I haven't seen it. Was it good? That's the musical with Meryl Streep and all that.
Meryl Streep and all that. Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah, Amanda Seyfried, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're back at it. It's Mamma Mia, but spooky.
Back at it again. Exactly. Oh, it's Mamma
Anthony
Mia.
Jackson needs to head out. Have a good
Makes me
week.
happy.
Bye.
Anthony Jackson has to go. Bye. Have a great week, and we will see you soon. And stay healthy and stay happy. Yeah.
Rynn says, blinded by the bat.
Blinded by the bat, rubbed up like a deuce, another bat in the hat.
That's great.
It's called normaling.
No. Dark Arrow says, oh. And Jake Green says, I haven't watched the
magic.
Robin test footage, but I saw Jamie Costa's impression years ago, and it was so great.
So spot on. It's insane. Yeah, if you want to check out the test footage, it's on Jamie Costa's YouTube channel, I believe. And it's just called Robin Test Footage. And it will just knock your socks off and break your heart.
Yeah.
Which is all we ever wanted, right?
Dark Hour says, I bought an ABBA vinyl record yesterday for $7. Crazy.
Tall hairs? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And Jake says, like a deuce. Is that the lyric?
I believe that's the lyric. I remember reading it with my dad and being like, what are they saying? Because I always thought it was more of an insulting word. And it's, I believe, revved up like a deuce. And then I asked my dad, what does that mean? And he said a deuce was, I think, a kind of car. So they're saying it's like revving. That's my knowledge at this moment. Please educate me if I'm wrong.
Well, this definition says the 2 on dice or playing cards.
Yeah.
2.
Revved up like
Jake
a 2.
Green says, I could never tell. Revved up like a 2.
Look up the lyrics, everybody.
Revved up like a deuce. Me.
Another runner in the night, blinded by the light.
Lyrics, Man's Earth Band. Wow. Recording of the song changed the lyrics. The most prominent change is in the chorus, where Springsteen's cut loose like a deuce is replaced with revved up like a deuce. The lyric is a reference to the 1932 V8 powered Ford automobile, which enthusiasts dubbed the Deuce Coupe.
Nailed it. Dad was right.
Well, don't let him know. He likes to gloat oh so much.
Hey, give him a win, okay? He deserves this one. He literally earned it. The Deuce Coupe.
Dark Hour says the Deuce Coupe. That's cool.
That's like when you get 2 scoops of ice cream on your ice cream cone.
The Deuce Scoop.
Deuce Scoop.
Cool.
I like it.
I'll have another, thank you.
Please, sir. I want them more. Okay, I'm going to do one more rendition of this.
Jake Green says, I learned something.
Yay! We love it when you learn something. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day.
You want to see something weird in the captions?
Always.
Jake Green.
Does it period it?
No, it just spells it correctly when I overemphasize it. But you don't
Jake
see
Green?
that name, Jake Green, very
I did
often
it so
in the chat.
casually and it worked.
Well, good for your voice.
Jake Green.
Jake Green, 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 Jake Green. This is how I do my audio tests.
Jake Green, 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 Jake Green.
What's your saying?
Jeff.
Just Jeff, all of that condensed down into
Jake Green.
Jake
Green.
Jake
Green.
Green.
Jake Green.
Green.
Jake Green.
Jake Green. Jake Green.
Jeff. Where does Jeff come from?
I don't know.
Where did he
Dark
come
Hour
from?
says
Where did he
Jake
go?
Queen, and Jake Green says I'm the talk of the town. And Rynn says Captions is playing telephone, and Dark Hour says Hermione.
Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Hermione. Wow, it really gets it.
Jake Green says Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Oddish.
Rynn asks, or quote, asks, what's that mysterious ticking noise? And Shauna says, Rune Weasley. And Dark Hour says, Snape, Severus Snape. And Hieronymus says, Nutella. And Jake says, LOL, amazing. And Hieronymus says, Dumbledore? Question mark.
Dumbledore.
Anyway, what are you up to, Anna?
Don't look at me. It's fine. Shh.
You're getting rid of his inner line ears. Shauna says, Anna, Anthony, when we are in person, we got to do Potter Puppet Pals.
Gotta do Potter Puppet Pals? How do you do it?
You watch it.
Do it.
And do it along with it. You should be working on your puppet. Did Shauna not send you the memo of the puppet you should be crafting for the time that Shauna appears? Shauna says you sing it.
Oh, you sing it.
You
yeah, but
sing
today
it.
you look it. That's what I am, half-wit. Oh,
Yeah.
name that movie.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. She
The
is
movie.
the movie.
It's her biopic.
Biopic? I feel like that's like the Bionic Man or something, but like biopic.
Biopic, a movie dramatizing the life of a particular person, typically a public or historical figure.
Interesting. I would have called that a biopic.
Biopic.
That's how I say
Explain your joke.
I say biopic. Anthony says biopic.
It's biopic.
I like both
It
of them.
is,
I like differences in
biopic.
how we say things. It's funny and good.
It's a biopic.
Now you're going a little far.
That's Jake Green. He said
Quad. Far
What?
quad.
Quad. Dark Hour says Hogwarts. Teach us something, please.
Oh my gosh.
Teach us something, please.
Teach
Whether
us
we
something,
be
please.
Young or old with knobbly knees.
Knobbly
Right.
knees, I need please. Give me something
Our heads could
good.
do with filling with some interesting stuff.
Is that how
For now
they
they're
do it?
bare and full of air, dead flies and bits of fluff.
Oh.
Is this
no.
copyright if you sing a song from a book?
I didn't know that song. Wow. When was the last time you read it?
Reddit?
Read it.
Yesterday. What was I looking for on Reddit?
Yesterday.
I like reviews of things on Reddit. I feel like they're the most unbiased.
Okay, I was asking when was the last time you read Harry Potter.
I don't remember.
I can't recall the taste of water.
Well, everybody drink.
Ah!
We have 8 more minutes.
Oh my gosh, too little time. So much to do. Anybody ever
And we've
watched
got to
that
cut
show
it
with
right at 4, don't we? Because we've got something lined up immediately after.
Not immediately. There's a half hour between, but
Oh, thank goodness.
so-
I need to eat something.
Yeah,
My
you're
tummy's
fine.
been
Don't
grumbling.
ever force yourself to do anything ever in your
Oh.
life, ever.
Well,
Don't
I don't know.
stop. Shh, back it up.
Believe
no.
it.
Shush.
Shish kebabs are very quiet food.
I do love shish kebabs.
You know, I was thinking about it the other day, and I think I just prefer like pan roasted, like barbecued still, but I don't like it on the stick. It's too much work.
What's work about it?
You have to soak the
Making it?
sticks, and when you put it in
Oh.
the grill, sometimes they still catch, and then when you're trying to pick it up with the tongue, sometimes it breaks off because they're burnt if they haven't been soaked long enough, or if they've just been in there too long. And then sometimes they get stuck to the stick, and eating it off of the stick is awkward, so you try to pull it off with a fork, and then sometimes the tension that's built up from them like grilling onto the stick makes it hard to get it off, and then sometimes they just fly off and hit the floor, and that's not what you want.
What? No. Fly off onto the floor?
Yeah, they fly.
You've had some bad luck, sir. Wow.
Yeah, bad luck.
That's rough.
Jake Green says shoosh.
That's a shush kebab. Shoosh. Shoosh.
Yeah, dude, you want some shoosh?
Shoosh.
And then Jake Green
Oh my
says
gosh.
goes on to say metal kebabs, and Alex says this is true kebabs
Oh.
trauma.
Yeah,
Really
really. You've
is.
had a bad time. My goodness.
So shish bad time.
And then it flies out of your hands and into the friends that you have next to you, and they're bleeding. and
pointy
you gotta
bit,
get
yeah.
to the hospital, but it
Exactly.
disintegrates because it's charcoal, basically. Oh, golly. That's a lot.
And then
That's a
the
lot.
ER says you don't need antibiotics, but then the doctor
Oh,
says that you
no.
do.
Too
and then you have to-
relevant. Too fresh. Can't deal.
I can't. The only way I could have solace with a Jake Green's wound is making fun of it. Is that bad? It's the way I cope. I'm here for you.
It's truly
honestly.
the way you cope. I've seen you react this way with many a thing. It means he's upset if you're
I'm
bringing
upset
it up
about it.
and making fun of it or whatever. Not you.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
that's real sweet.
Alex said that thing, and then Jake Green says, "quote You just end up throwing a chunk of onion at your Aunt Carol and ... Relatable."
I like this line of conversation. Just keep going. How bad could it go? Let's catastrophize kebabs.
I do. That's the first time I learned about catastrophization was when I was in therapy, and I was like, I do this thing where I just the
Yeah,
worst case scenario,
kebabs.
and he's like, oh, there's a term for that. I was like, whoa, tell me the other ones. Hieronymus says, puts on glasses, holds a clipboard. Have a seat and tell me what happened.
How did the kebabs hurt you?
Here.
So many injuries for one little bean. Oh, I'm
Dark
so
Arrow
sorry.
says, shout out to the real MVP, therapy.
Heck yeah, that's right. Let's all just talk about therapy for a moment. Have you had issues with shish kebabs being problematic? Try therapy.
Alex says I once ran into someone that was holding a kebab stick and it stuck into my hand. The kebab trauma is real. Thank you, Alex.
Oh,
I feel like you understand.
I'm so
Kebabs
sorry,
are bad. I
Alex.
used to love them. They're bad. There's
oh
better
my
form factor, and
gosh.
there's just risk of personal injury and risk of food spillage. So
This went deeper than I ever thought it would. Alex, I'm so sorry. Also, everybody should just come over to my parents' house to have kebabs because we've never had something like this happen. Never.
well, maybe you don't want us over because
Yeah, maybe the
sounds like
problems
we'll just
aren't with the
bring it.
kebabs.
Hey, we're being simulcasted. We have 3 minutes left.
Hello, Adobe Live. We're talking about kebabs. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Have you had traumatic experiences with them? Because apparently that's a common thing. We're painting a spooky parade. If you want to see the whole piece, that's what we're doing.
Zoom on out.
We are
Got
testing
Flamin'
out different ways
Pumpkinhead.
of rendering it for moving forward. But
This is
also,
Sarah Sanderson in the front, luring children in to the parade.
it's true. This is the Sanderson one sister.
Is she throwing out candy?
Of course.
Love it.
Come, little children, I'll give you candy. Blah 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 da 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 da.
Jake Green says, "Hey, Adober."
Adober. Adober. How you doing? Adober. Adober. This is like a vampire mouse bat. So deal with that.
Best of both worlds.
Rat attack. A ratata. Maybe it's a rat mixed with a bat. It looks more radish.
You're not a mouse, you're a rat.
That's how it
Are those
responds.
mouse rat bat noises?
Mouse rat. Oh my gosh. Bye.
Mouse rat, band name,
Little
call it.
Sebastian.
Dark Hour says, reminds me that human-sized bats exist. What? I watched a portion of Bram Stoker's Dracula with Sammy the other night, and we got into it like maybe 45 minutes, and then we're like, okay.
Bye.
I don't. It has such an all-star cast, though. It's got Anthony Hopkins, Gary
It's-
Oldman, Winona Ryder, Keanu Reeves.
I'm imagining
Just a
the whole
lot.
cast lineup, so keep going.
Gary Oldman is Dracula.
Amazing. Yes, he is Dracula. He doesn't like play a role, he is that thing. So for like a year, he was Dracula. Pretty cool.
It was confusing to me at first because there's different forms that he takes. There's like an old Dracula, and then like the beast version of Dracula, and then a humanoid-looking version, younger.
Which one's your favorite?
Well, the beast one was naughty, so maybe.
No, sure.
And then the old guy was just like crawling all over the buildings in weird ways and creepy. So I guess those two.
Wait, you like them? You're like, well, this one's weird and this one's creepy, so I love them.
Yeah, those ones
Yay.
were the best. Jake Green says, human-sized wingspans, yes. And then says, quote, when I know Ryder.
When no one writer. When I know writer. When I know writer. When
Jake
do
Green
you
also
know?
says, I really like this rendering style.
Thank you. I'm trying like blockier stuff.
Adios, golden lines.
Well, it's just a test.
Just a test.
What do you think?
I do like the rendered style. What if you introduce like glints of the outline back in like spots?
Let's
How do we
try
feel?
it.
How do we feel? Jake Green asks, have y'all watched What We Do in the Shadows? Or, have y'all watched What We Do in the Shadows? There's an exclamation mark and a question mark. So I had to try again once I got to the end of the sentence and I saw.
I want it to be an exclamation. Have y'all watched What We Do in the Shadows? Yeah.
Maybe that's better. How did you say it, Jake? Spell it out how you said it. How do you do that?
But yeah,
yes, I have. I've seen the
Anthony's
movie
seen
and
the entire thing. I've seen parts. I get lost when it's.
There's also a TV
bloody.
show. So which are you referring to?
True.
I've seen season 1 all the way through, and I think I'm halfway through season 2. I've heard mixed reviews about season 3.
Very
Jake Green's
strong
talking about the
reviews,
show. Strong reviews?
Yeah, Ashley was very passionate about it.
She really enjoyed the first and second season, and she said that the third season's going in a direction that she doesn't like as much, or she doesn't know where they're trying to take it, or it just feels different. But she said the first 2 were like excellent, and I have to agree. Although coming from the movie initially, there's a lot of overlap between what they are doing in the show and what they did in the movie, but understandably, because the movie's great. So if you go into the show without seeing the movie, I think you'll just like the show in every regard. For me, it took a little bit of a transition into like, I mean, they just took that from the movie and then rewrote it into this character, but it's still good.
It's still good. Still good.
And then I feel like it hits its stride in further episodes, because I mean, they developed it and then did their own thing and expanded on it. So the show is, I guess, all in all, better than the movie, quote unquote, because you get more of everything from the movie.
Yeah.
But the movie is just like a nice condensed version of it.
That makes sense.
And you get Taika acting, and
Taika.
He's adorable, so what's not to love? But Nadia in the show is like, oh, if she was in the movie would just be like, bar none, best movie.
Yeah, that's Mabel's voice actor, right?
No, Nadia, I don't know if
different.
I've seen her in anything else. I think her name's like Natasha something. But Mabel's voice actor she's like a minor role in a couple of episodes.
Gotcha.
But Nadia is like a main character.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know who that is because I haven't watched the show.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen her in anything else, but I hope I do. She's hilarious.
Well, that's good. We love new people. What do you think?
Taylor's in the chat. Hi, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor, what's up? Studio Long.
Oh, I do like these. Yeah, I think this is a good balance.
Eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah. No.
Eh?
Yes.
Eh?
Well, I don't know
Eh?
if it's lining up with me saying yes in what you're doing,
Yeah,
but I
I'm
like it
trying
with
to
the
trick you.
outlines.
You like it with the lines.
I do like it with the lines. Jake Green says, yes, Nadia. There's a whole episode about her little doll in season 3. That sounds funny. I like it. I like it. Jake Green says about the lines. And Dark Hour says, the lines of light make it moody. And Rynn says, those ears are love. I do love the ears. They're great.
Good. I'm glad.
No, you took away the fluff. Goodbye, fluff.
Goodbye, Fluff. You were never to be.
Rynn says, love the turn this Batty has taken.
I guess I have to... No, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. Ever.
That's right.
In life. Take that
The
attitude
Pumpkin
to
Man,
the grave.
his robe is going to be such a good opportunity for all those patterns you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. So,
What canvas to work on.
Right? I know. And then also right here, we should probably put some color on here, yeah?
It kind of looks like an angry man.
Okay, that's what we're drawing now.
Do you see it on the cat, on the back of the cat? You definitely see it.
Oh no, I don't like it very much. Well, it's like gnashing teeth or something, where it's like, this is no, that doesn't work.
I was thinking it was his nose.
Need to make his eyes. Wait, what is this layer? Okay, no. This is the wrong layer to do this on. Get out, get out, get out. Okay, here we go. this is the nose.
Yeah.
And like.
And that's the upper lip.
There's a mustache.
On the bottom. A mustache.
A big old frown. It's like. Like, wait, no, he's got like these kind of, those cheekbones that are really pronounced.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I imagine like a thin, long chin.
Perfect.
And then like, obviously, because it's like Bram Stoker.
Oh, the ears, yes.
Yes.
We do like the ears.
We love the ear, And it's like,
oh no, he's braining so hard.
But he's gotta have like a vampire widow's peak. Wait, what?
No. Plenty of area for that widow's peak. Is that his updo? It is quite the updo.
Okay, now for the reveal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It was Gary Oldman all the time.
It was Gary Oldman all along. It was Oldman all along. Oh yeah, drawing's fun.
Yeah. Draco says excellent monster noises.
You gotta gurgle at the end or else it's not real. Alright, everybody remember that forever. This is an old man's face. Old man or old man?
Tyler's joining, thinking or saying like, I read the early announcement, but my brain still thought, 4 p.m. I'm a doink.
I'm a doink.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
no,
always
doink,
the
doink.
replay.
There's always replay, and also I totally understand that. I do that all the time where I'm like, I understand. What? I did not understand. It's just the charm of living, Okay. I want to add... Ooh, see, this is...
Excellent monster noises. Your natural sound.
I have feelings. So one of my feelings is...
Jake Green says Anna's really feeling this one.
I have feelings. So what I'm thinking is this cat is a silhouette, And then we have this saddle... whatever you want to call it, Yeah, the palanquin settling saddle. And it it right now works with the silhouette of the cat because it's black underneath, But then if I make it, say, along with the colors of the other guys, like a bluish, and then we add different colors on top, does that break the silhouette? Does that make it less impactful?
Maybe you just... don't render it like the rest. Maybe you just make it really glowy. Maybe it's all about the glow lines or something. Because that would draw your eye to the center.
Yeah, I think I don't want to interrupt the silhouette.
But you could still have fun with mark making on it. And have it glow marky. So it won't feel barren.
Barren? Wow. Baron von Strucker.
Fra Bruja.
We can still have things like this. Like this, the soft light layer is still applicable. So
Taylor noticed what we made for her. I see King Beans down in the front.
Beans.
Taylor has a frog named Beans.
Also, Taylor, you are queen of amphibians and reptiles, clearly, because she posted a picture of what's the name of that lizard that Corinne was really afraid of at
Bearded
PetSmart?
dragon.
No, a Knowles. A
Knowles?
Yeah, they're like long, thin lizards, and she said their eyes were completely black and they would jump on you. So.
Oh, that sounds fun.
But yeah, the adorable one. Yeah, they're cute.
It's got that throat thing.
Well, look at the one that Taylor posted in Animal Channel because it's just adorable. And Taylor made the very good and valid point that they eat insects and that Taylor loves the places where lizards are, and I totally agree. It's one of my favorite quote-unquote pests to have is a bunch of lizards, because like that doesn't scare me nearly as much to be in my house or whatever. Like we had lizards inside of the condo that we stayed at in Hawaii, and every single time I was just like, oh, what a lovely delight, instead of like, spider, you know.
Oh,
so
dear.
Anyways, we are past our time. We should say au revoir. So, next time we see you will be next week, Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific, the regular time. Unlike today, this was the craziest day. And I hope that Jake says, "Aren't y'all late for that thing with Ryan?" No, it's at 4:30.
4:30,
okay.
so we have
Thank you for your
minutes.
concern.
I need to eat in the next 15 minutes, though.
All right, we're gonna go. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great rest of your day. We will be back with the spooky crew to make more fun stuff. This is kind of the direction. I'll probably work on it between then and now. Anyways, get vaccinated, wear a mask, wash your hands, be kind to yourself and to others, be a cool person. We know you already are, but just keep doing what you're doing. And Anthony, is there anything you'd like to say before we leave?
Thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to see more of these videos, you could always check out Anna's Behance page where she posts previous streams. And the one right before this is going to be posted on YouTube as an edited video and on Anna's Behance page in the projects folder, not the live stream area.
At
because
some
of
point,
a little snafu.
Because right now I'm really busy and I can't edit the video probably till next week. But you'll get it someday.
There's plenty of other replay things to watch if you want more of this great content.
A+. We just dropped a podcast last week, so if you want that, check out the subscription. Anyways,
oh
have a great
yeah,
day.
we do that.
Yeah, we do all sorts of
bye,
things.
bye.
Bye.
Jake Rynn says he loves this and he loves us too. Yeah, good. As expected. Bye.